Hi there and welcome to episode 4 of the Railroad Cabin series. In the last episode, click above, we worked on the siding and the front porch. But in this episode, we're going to be working on the installation of a solar panel. We're going to paint the front wall green, put up a directional sign, and install a fuse panel so we can get fans and lighting going. It's time for an update. Sam, you want to tell us what we've been doing here today?
Okay. So what we did is we set up the solar panel and dug the trench and laid down the wire all the way over to here and put it in the house, and then we
It's on the side, okay. Is there lighting on this porch?
Yeah, there is. There's the lights are along the top, and then we have the panels.
Done the trim work?
Yeah.
Ready for painting? So let's go check out the solar panel, Sam.
Okay.
Show us what we did.
A lot of sun, and so here's the panel with the fixture and everything, and then the pipe comes along the side down over to this box.
The conduit, yeah.
Have the battery and everything into.
Okay, let's pause a second. Let's take a look at what we actually have in this box. At the top, you can see a solar charger. So that's taking the power from the solar panel, and it actually converts it down to charge the battery. And then you have the 12-volt deep cycle battery. And on the ground you have an inverter, and that inverter actually gets hooked up to run the electrical outlet that you can see on the left-hand side. But I didn't have it hooked up at this point yet.
Kind of store it.
Okay.
And
you need to put that other piece back in.
Yeah, I'll put that in.
Okay.
And then it goes down and back to the house.
Good job. So after spending the day before digging that trench, I was glad to get to painting that was in the shade, even though it was still pretty hot. And so I start painting, getting everything done. It's going to take about 2 coats. This paint was actually color matched to the siding, and it's a dead match, so they did a great job at the Home Depot. And anyway, just continue on until I get everything finished, and it's nice to see it looking a little bit better.
Alright, so this weekend what we did is right here, set the sign with all these other cities on it pointing.
And what are the cities representative of?
Those cities have railroads.
Sacramento, Coshocton, Canton, Dundee, Conyers, and the one that was done backwards is Houston. So this is the 9th trip that we've been up here this year, and this is a project update. So the first thing we've done is we've moved all the metal that was back here on the spur, and so now we can back in all the way, which is great. And we moved it, we found 2 little mice that were living underneath it. And one of them ran off into the woods, and the other one stayed there until I chased it off, and then it ran underneath our building over there, which is one of those things. So we have now put a tarp underneath the building. That's another thing we did. And we put mesh all at the bottom to prevent larger animals. The mouse could still get underneath there, but we also put mothballs underneath there, which they don't like. So another project we did is we installed bark nuggets here for the drip line of the roof, because the water would drop off from here and was making a rut all along here and splashing mud up on the front porch. So now we don't have to worry about that, because that's not going to be an issue anymore. And we did it on both sides. Here's the other side over here, looking good. Another thing we did is we put a welcome mat up front, which not the biggest thing, but it is nice because it helps limit the dirt inside. Going into the building, you'll see the carpet's been put down, although we don't have a vacuum or anything way to clean it right now. And we took the ladder that was on the side of the bed over here and moved it to the front, and then with the scraps of carpeting actually covered the steps so that when Sam gets up top, or Ansley, that they have a nice step to go up and down. So this is a 12-volt fuse box that I came up with, and at the top it gives you your voltage, 12.9 volts, and then each particular item has a switch, so you can turn them on, and when the light's on, you know it's on. For USB chargers, lamps, the light inside, the fan. We actually have 2 fans inside, with ones on a cord so that we can move it wherever we want, and the other one we put in the window, and like that one we can put wherever we want, have it on the table for circulating air around here at night, which works out well. And it also happens to be my 50th birthday, and so I was up here having a great time with my son Sam, who is right there. One of the things I did is I got this little timer and put it in a box, and this takes 12 volts, continues to charge it. It has a clock on it, and you can program up to like 12 different settings, different days of the week, hours and times, start and finish. And that actually runs the lights that are here in front of the building. So we've had a great time here on the 9th trip here, and the building's looking really well, as you can see. And we enjoyed it. Overnight, it actually cooled down nicely. We had to turn the fans off because it got too cold in here. It was probably down in the mid-60s, which seemed cold at the time, although it's quite humid. So now we're going to load up and take everything back home, and we'll return here in a few more weeks to get some more work done, which will probably include a nice walkway here in the front of the building out to my spur. So anyway, that's it for now. I'll see you next time on Wausau Woodworking. Subscribe today if you thought this was a good video, if you want to see more, and hit the thumbs up button. Always appreciate that, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.